Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the regular scheduled meeting of the City of Griffin Board of Commissioners, September 2024. It is 6:01. First item of business is to lead the Pledge of Allegiance. Will be Mr. Brad Wright, followed by the invocation by Commissioner Truman Tinsley III. If you'll please join us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Most gracious Heavenly Father, we're here today to answer your blessings and guidance to perform the fire duties of elected officials. We pray for strength, love, knowledge, and understanding. Help us to recognize and solve the problems that are presented. Make our solutions fair and just for the best interest of everyone. Help us overcome our shortcomings and keep us united as a team, working for the betterment of the city and its people. We pray in your name. Amen.
Thank you. All right, we've got a couple of changes for the agenda. So I need a motion and a second to amend the agenda to remove item 3, receive comments regarding a resolution to adopt the 2024 calendar year tax millage rate at the rate of 6.254 mils, and add item number 17, consider a resolution adopting the 2024 calendar year property tax millage rate of 5.893 mils, and delete item 16, considering authorized travel for Commissioner Tinsley to attend GMA fall training in St. Simons Island, Georgia, September 25 through 27, 24. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda? So, Mr. Tinsley with a motion. Second by Mr. Wright. All in favor of the amended agenda, please signal by raising your hand. 7. Okay. Moving into presentation and delegations, present a proclamation declaring September 15, 2024 to October 15, 2024 to be Latin Hispanic Heritage Month in the city of Griffin. I believe we've got some teams from our committee here. All right. Proclamation, Latino Hispanic Heritage Month 2024. Whereas the nation celebrates Latino and Hispanic Heritage Month from September 15, 2024 to October 15, 2024. Whereas this month-long celebration recognizes the valuable contributions made by residents of Latino and Hispanic descent in all aspects of American life, including leadership in public service, business, the arts, education, and civil rights. And whereas Latino and Hispanic Heritage Month provides a special opportunity for teachers and schools, as well as public and private organizations, to focus on the many Latino and Hispanic Americans whose lives have shaped our common history and heritage. And whereas this proclamation will highlight the importance of celebrating our city's multiculturalism and working together to achieve our goals. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the Board of Commissioners of the City of Griffin do hereby proclaim September 15, 2024 through October 15, 2024 as Latino and Hispanic Heritage Month in the City of Griffin, and urge all of our citizens to recognize the role that our Latino and Hispanic community has played in enhancing and contributing to the rich diversity of our city. And witness here whereof I have hereunto set the hand and caused the seal of the City of Griffin to be affixed on this 24th day of September in the year of our Lord 2024. Signed, Douglas S. Holberg, Mayor, and Jessica W. O'Connor, City Manager. So welcome, and do we have a spokesperson tonight? Sarah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Latino Americans have shaped countless aspects of our community, from art and culture to business, education, and public service. Their contributions are not just part of history, they are an ongoing force that continues to enrich our shared future. With this proclamation, we highlight not only the accomplishments of the Latino community, but also the resilience, hard work, and dedication that have led to their many achievements. As we recognize Latino Heritage Month, we are reminded of the importance of diversity and inclusion. Our strength as a community lies in our ability to embrace and celebrate our differences, fostering a more united and prosperous city for all. I encourage each of us to take this opportunity to learn more about the rich heritage and contributions of our Latino Hispanic heritage. colleagues, and friends. Let this proclamation serve as a commitment to continue building a city that values and respects all of its people, no matter their background. Thank you, and let us continue to celebrate the rich cultural diversity that makes our community stronger.
Look at me. We'll now go into citizens' comments. At this time, the mayor opens the floor to comments from the audience. Comments should relate to a specific agenda item not listed on the agenda for a public hearing or to a concern within the jurisdiction of the city. Commission meetings serve the purpose of conducting city business and are not a forum for the unlimited expression of opinion. Subject to the citizens' comment policy adopted on February 13, 2024, and posted for public view, all speakers shall be limited to 3 minutes, which will be strictly followed and enforced. The mayor reserves the right to limit comments to matters germane to city business and may refer speakers to the city manager or other staff for resolution. With that being said, is there anybody on my left side like to come before the board? Is there anybody on my right side like to come before the board? Okay. Thank you all. Moving into public hearings. Do we have any sign-up sheets? And if you need to speak for or against this public hearing, the sign-up sheets are on the table, and the Thames will take care of you if you need to. Public hearing intro. Public hearings are conducted to allow public comment on specific advertised issues such as rezoning, ordinances, policy development, operating budgets, and other legislative actions to be considered by the City Commission. For public hearings related to zoning, including amendments to the Unified Development Code or quasi-judicial decisions as defined in Article 4 of the UDC, all persons who wish to address the Board of Commissions during this public hearing must sign up via the sign-in sheet, providing their names and address and whether they are for or against proposed zoning or quasi-judicial decision. At this time, the Board of Commissions will conduct a public hearing for agenda item number 2, as noticed in the agenda as follows. Receive comments regarding a request for a variance from the minimum front yard requirement for a lot combination of 535 539 East Tinsley Street. Director of Planning Development, Michelle Haynes, will address. Printed copies of the adopted standards governing the exercise applicable to the aforementioned application. Factors for considerations and procedures governing the hearing are available to the public. Speakers are responsible for establishing a record through the presentation of facts and supporting documents or other evidence for consideration by the board and for review of the on appeal if applicable. Hello, welcome.
Good evening. So the applicant Mark Staples is requesting a variance from Article 709, which is our high-density residential A zoning, which states the physical requirements for the creation of a new parcel and the standards and placement of a residential dwelling. Mr. Staples would like to combine lots 535 and 539 East Tinsley Street to create a larger lot. The new parcel will be about 0.24 acres, and it does meet the minimum requirements for the creation of a new lot according to the high-density residential A zoning district. However, the existing house that is located at 539 East Tinsley does not meet the front yard setback requirement of 25 feet. So a variance is needed from the minimum front yard setback requirement to combine these two lots. Planning and Development staff recommends approval of the variance request 24-VAR-03 from the minimum front yard setback requirement for the lot combination of 535 and 539 East Tinsley Street, submitted by Mark Staples.
Thank you very much. At this time, we will call persons who have signed up to speak in favor of the applications, beginning with the applicant. Those in favor of the application will collectively have 10 minutes to speak, but the applicant is permitted to utilize all 10 minutes or to reserve time for rebuttal. Any remaining time will be divided among anyone else who has signed up to speak in favor of the application. At this time, I have Mrs. Lynn Ray. It's the only one that signed up. Do you have anything to say, Mrs. Ray? Welcome. And if you could give your address for the record, please.
Lynn Ray, 724 Chief Hall Road, Griffin, Georgia.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm the Executive Director for Griffin Area Habitat for Humanity, and Mark Staples is our Construction Director. We believe the staff report speaks for itself. We would just like to thank you for your consideration and the staff for their hard work.
Thank you, Mrs. Ray. We have no other names in favor, and we do not have anybody in opposition. Would someone like to raise their hand and signed up? Okay. Comments and discussion by the board, if any, will be reserved until the item is called for consideration. However, does anyone from the board have any questions for staff, the applicant, or the speakers at this time? Okay. This concludes public hearing agenda item number 2. We have deleted item 3 from public hearing. So we're moving into the consent agenda. We have items 3 through 9. I'm sorry, 4 through 9 in the consent agenda. We have a motion to approve the consent agenda. Mr. Tinsley with a motion, second by Commissioner Murray. All in favor of the consent agenda, please signal by raising your hand. 7-0 in favor. Moving to item 10 in the regular agenda. Consider a request for variance from the minimum front yard requirements for the lot combination of 535 and 539 East Tinsley Street.
Make a motion. Second.
Commissioner Tinsley with a motion, second by Commissioner Murray. Are there any questions or comments from any board member?
I have to abstain on that.
Okay, Commissioner McCord's going to abstain. Is there anybody else? Okay, all in favor of the request for variance, please signal by raising your hand. All against, like sign. 6-0-1. With Mr. McCord abstaining in favor. Item 11 is consider a resolution to amend the City of Griffin's fiscal year 2024-2025 operating capital budget for specific items in the amount of $21,706.11. We have a motion to approve the resolution.
Motion.
Commissioner Murray with motion, second by Commissioner Wright. All in favor of the resolution, please signal by raise your hand. 7-0 in favor. Item 12 is consider a contract with New Hope Contracting low bidder in the amount of $148,608 to relieve ceiling deflection in historic City Hall Old Courtroom by structural reinforcement. Commissioner Murray with a motion to approve. Second by Commissioner Wright. Any questions or comments? All in favor, please signal by raise your hand. 7-0 in favor of the contract. Item 13 is consider declaring a surplus of 2009 Ford E350 Unit 289 and conveying ownership of said vehicle to the Spalding County Coroner's Office and authorize the mayor and the city manager to execute any documents necessary for the transfer. Commissioner Murray with a motion to approve. Second by Commissioner Wright. All in favor, please signal by raise your hand. 7-0. Item 14 is consider a contract with Celebrite for the upgrade to Insights Pro for the extraction of digital forensics from smartphones and associated training for 3 police department officers and 3 IT personnel in the amount of $61,701. Mrs. Commissioner Ward with a motion to approve the contract. Second by Commissioner Tinsley. All in favor of the contract, please signal by raising your hand. 7-0. Item 15 is consider a home energy supplier agreement with Department of Family and Children Services, DPACS, for the low-income Home Energy Assistance Program.
Motion to approve.
Commissioner Ward with a motion,
Second.
second by Commissioner Murray. All in favor, please signal by raising your hand. 7-0. Item 16 has been deleted, and then we add item 17, which is item 17 is consider resolution adopting the 2024 calendar year property tax millage rate of 5.893 mils. Commissioner Hensley with a motion, second by Commissioner Murray. And all in favor of the resolution, please signal by raising your hand. 7-0. And that's our agenda for tonight. So we'll start with the city manager's report.
All right, thank you all for the workshop this morning. I know that was lengthy and a lot of information, but that's some big changes to alcohol code. We are asking, we've already heard from a few people in regards to some of the recommendations made, so we want to take those into consideration. If you hear from people, if you will please let us know as soon as possible or direct them to my office to speak with Ms. Carden or to Planning Development to speak with Ms. Bennett. That's what we've been doing today. But we do want to get it on the agenda because we're already postponing the application deadline, which then sets people back for their licenses. And so we really don't want to postpone it anymore. So we need it to go for first reading on the 8th. So if you get anything from anybody, please get them to either call us or relay that to us as soon as possible so we can incorporate that. There's already some things that we think we can sort of relax a little bit based on the comments that we've received. So please get that to us as soon as you can. And we already have the map that you requested this morning, Mayor. So if you want to come by and look at that in the morning, it's not exactly going to show you because of the corridors that they have to be allowed on as well. It doesn't show zoning, but at least you'll sort of get an understanding of where everything is and where potentially something could go. We have 10. I'm not sure that a city our size needs anymore, quite frankly. But that's y'all's decision, not mine. So the other comments that I have are that we are going to host a hometown connection. For those of you that have not done that before, this is sponsored through GMA, where we ask our local legislative delegation to come join us. We're going to expand it a little bit this year to include some of the surrounding counties that will be on our joint airport authority board, and ask them to come in and see what we have going on. As you heard this morning, we'll talk to them about open records, the airport, a couple other things that we think are significant in the upcoming legislative session. If you have anything you want us to address, we are working on that agenda now. Please let us know. We're going to try and actually provide them books so that when they leave, they still have documentation and a reminder of what we need help with. That is scheduled for November 19th. So it is a Tuesday. It's actually the Tuesday before our regularly scheduled workshop. We are hoping that we can do that in place of and not have back-to-back Tuesdays. So I will be talking with the directors tomorrow morning in the staff meeting, try and get everything on an October workshop that might be needed before the end of the year, or potentially calling one for the second Tuesday in December, which we've sometimes had to do because we don't want to meet on Christmas Eve, I don't think. So that will be the 19th. We're also changing it up to make it from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. where we'll provide lunch. We've been told that the delegation is much more inclined to come during the day rather than in the evening, and as staff, and probably y'all would appreciate that as well. So November 19th, 10 to 2 will be our hometown connection meeting. And it will be actually in this courtroom because y'all just approved the contract to help us get ceiling fixed in Historic City Hall. So we don't want to postpone that any longer. Secondly, I have been asked by Three Rivers Regional Commission as well as Mr. Stratton to write a letter in support of 8th Street Baptist Church, who is asking for a grant for historic Black churches. It's a rehabilitation grant. I would like to do that, but just wanted your permission to do so. They've provided a staple, it'll be signed on as the city manager, but I want to make sure y'all are okay with that letter of support. Okay. And then lastly, as you, I hope, are all watching, we have a storm approaching. So we will be paying attention to that. There was a webinar today. There'll be one also tomorrow at 12:30. The county is opening their EOC at 8 in the morning. That is a precautionary measure. GMA has already opened all of their facilities. So we are in constant communication with the county, with our GMA reps. We've already got SBR, which is our storm debris removal company that we hired during the tornadoes, as well as DMC, who's our consultant. They are under contract with us on standby if needed. So I've already talked with Chris Johnson, our representative with SBR, and then also Robert Ramsey, our representative with DMC, who's been in contact with Ms. Trammell. So I feel like we're as ready as we can get. The directors and I have talked as well, and we will do so more in the morning. everybody's got their call trees updated, and we will do the best we can as always. And that is it for me.
Didn't the governor declare a state of emergency for that already?
If he has, I hadn't seen that yet. Yeah, has he? Okay.
And I have
Thank
no
you.
comment.
Thank you, Mr. Whalen.
Mr. McCoy?
Mr. Wright.
Nothing.
Ms. Burgess. Commissioner Murray.
Thank you everyone for coming, and when I was following the storm, I thought maybe I'm putting my foot in my mouth, but I thought, well, we ought to have it down at least more than our surrounding community at best, because we have the best staff in the world, so thank you.
Commissioner Tinsley.
Nothing else, come out fair and get your corn dogs.
Fair. Got through Saturday. Couple of events just to remind you. Sunday the 7th on September 29th, we have a concert in the park hosted by First National Bank. So evening concert there. And Allman Brothers Tribute Band is playing. On September 30th is Georgia Reads Day. So if you get a chance possibly to go read to kids, that would be a great day. A big initiative. It's on Monday, September 30th. So if you get a chance to go to one of your local schools and coordinate with Read, that's the initiative through Georgia City Solutions, the Governor's Office, Malcolm Mitchell. Sunday, October 20th is the Feast on East. That's Sunday afternoon underneath trees. So fun event there. Tickets are on sale there. And then Thursday, October 24th is downtown trick-or-treating from 4 to 7 p.m. We'll have lots and lots of folks for that. With that being said, do we have a motion to adjourn? Commissioner Tinsley with a motion. Do we have a second? Commissioner Ward with a second. Thank you all. Have a great night.